Today on Science Fridays with John, we're going to learn two important words, carbonization and hypotheses. We're going to use three plastic tumblers, water, Sprite, Diet Pepsi, and explore what happens when we pour them. We'll see you in the experiment real soon. Hi everyone, it's John, the Science Guy, and welcome once again to my friendly lab. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today on Science Fridays with John, we have a great experiment using water, Sprite, Diet Pepsi. We're going to learn about two important words. First one is hypotheses. The second one is carbonization. So let's talk about hypotheses. So a hypothesis is a statement that a scientist or other person doing an experiment makes before he or she actually conducts the experiment to what's going to happen and then prove whether it will or whether it won't. If you're in geometry or in any other kind of class where you have to prove something, maybe physics, but geometry they use a lot of proofs, you will have to make some type of an educated guess based on your previous experience and then see, does the test actually live up to what you believe or is it something different? And then you document your results. All great experiments and research all start out with a hypothesis, and not just one, but maybe several. And then you document what actually happened in result to that particular experiment in regard to that hypothesis specifically tested for. All right, so we've got some water here. I'm just going to take this water. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to pour a little water in here. Just like regular water, right? Okay. So I'm going to make my first hypothesis. When I take this water and I pour it into here, it's just going to pour and be very similar to the way I poured the water from the bottle. Okay? So my hypothesis was true. Now, let's take Sprite and let's pour the Sprite. See the bubbles? So we call carbonization, which is actually the expelling of carbon dioxide. Now, if I take the soda and I pour it into this other tumbler, watch what happens. See how we got carbonization again? Whenever you open a can of Sprite or any other soda, you will get carbonization. Now, I'm going to take this and just dump this into my off-camera bucket. I'm going to take this can of Diet Pepsi, okay? Now you can listen to this. You hear that little sound? Almost like a shh. And if you had your face close to it like I did, I got a little spray of the Diet Pepsi on my chin. Now, can you hear that? And see the foam that's starting to form? That's carbonization. Now watch what happens when I pour it again to this tumbler. So my hypothesis that I was making in my mind that I actually didn't share with you was that whenever we open a can of soda, whenever we pour a carbonated beverage from one container to another, or tumbler, we're going to get foam. That's why whenever you fill up a glass, if you're drinking soda, you always have to, pour it slowly. You have to wait for the foam to basically settle before you can keep pouring. Otherwise, because of that overcarbonation, you're going to have your soda all over the floor. So in our life, we have, let's think of it as gases in the soda. But in our life, let's think of that as these epiphany moments, right? If we suddenly go on a new ride, maybe a great adventure, or maybe we meet a new person, we get this dopamine buildup in our brain. Very similar to the carbon dioxide. However, there's no carbon dioxide in my brain or in yours. The only time we get carbon dioxide is when we basically exhale from our body. When we inhale, we take in oxygen, and we exhale carbon dioxide. This is important because when we do something, like I mentioned, go on the ride or do something new. And we have that amazing feeling. Think of that like a carbonization, a powerful effect to put us in a state. What the heck is he talking about, a state? All right. If I asked you right now, what was it like the first time you went on a roller coaster? Like, you might start to get feelings in your stomach. You might get chills in your back. You might remember certain foods that day. And if it was a positive experience, you probably want to keep reliving that moment, right? I know the first time I went on a roller coaster, my friend took me. We actually were in school, and we magically decided to not go to school that day, something I'd never done before. And we went to a Great Adventure, and we were there, and nobody was there because it was a regular school day. And we went on the first roller coaster that I've ever been on in my life, and it was the Great American Scream Machine. Even the name was starting to just call out to me like, what am I doing? So you get on the roller coaster after you've gotten over the fear of it, which is what? False evidence appearing real. My friend's like, oh, come on, don't be a chicken, get on it. So you get on the roller coaster, and you're looking at it, and they buckle you in, and then I was like, what am I doing? Like, it's like, I can't get out. Like, it's like I'm in. And then the ride starts, and then this adrenaline starts to build up in my body. I'm like, what did I just get myself into? And as the roller coaster starts to ascend up this high incline, it starts to put more, how can I say, tension on me, and a little bit of fear and worry, like, what's gonna happen? This anticipation, like, oh my gosh. And now we're at the top, like, what's gonna happen? And from physics, I know that when you go high and you're about to drop from a high point, well, there's gonna be a feeling from that. I'm like, what's this gonna be like? And we get to the top, and all of a sudden, before we even have a chance to think, whew, we were around and around, and we're out of 2 loops. And that feeling was amazing. Now, if you didn't have a great feeling, that could be a problem. Pouring soda or any other carbonated beverage, even a seltzer, gives you that epiphany, that poof. We can relive those poofs just like we can with soda, right? By just rethinking them in our mind. And when we do that, all those experiences, those feelings, those emotions, they flood back to us. Whether we liked the experience or we didn't, it created a memory. So if you can use memories in a positive way to impel you forward, to become a better version of yourself and help other people become better versions of themselves, well, you're on your way to victory, my friends. I want to thank you for popping by my friendly science lab. Remember to like the video, and of course, I would love you to click on the subscribe button, smash that bell notification icon. Why? Because I know that you love science just as much as I do, and you want to arouse that curiosity in your mind and become a better version of yourself and help others become better versions of themselves. Below the video, be sure to click on that PayPal link below, help keep our content free, and make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We'll be so grateful to pennies and dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational, yes, sensational content to take those moments of victory and make them a reality now. I'll see you in another video real soon.